All right, so it's getting ready to stream live to YouTube, and I'm just gonna close the window so I'm not getting the echo. So now I know what to do. You feel me? Let's see. So they only give you one option, YouTube or Facebook, to stream live at one time, unless you do a custom stream, which is cool. I'm okay with that. YouTube is good. So what's going on, man? So it's about to be free agency tomorrow, which is it's crazy, man. The season's over. There's a champion. Um, as you can see on the screen here, I have every unrestricted free agent or a player with a player option. Um, so this should be kind of interesting to see who's actually available, and we can kind of go over where do we think some of these players will go. We'll go through them kind of quickly, spend time on the ones that are significant. And two, I know part of what we'll do today is talk about the Lakers filling out their roster. So a little bit later on, I want to get your take on who do you think will be on the Lakers team, like the 15-man roster when the season starts. And so, of course, that's going to include who they get in with some of these free agents. As a matter of fact, it's going to be almost all of these free agents. I don't know if they're going to be able to work a sign and trade for somebody for Schroeder or not. That's a conversation. What do you think about that?
Um, I don't think Schroeder will be on our team come beginning next year. So they're
You
gonna
think
either
they'll,
have to work a sign and trade,
or they'll just let them
or
walk?
we'll just let them walk.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. We got this big old list, man. It's a crazy list, and they have a couple. I see that I pulled up the unrestricted, but they have a couple restricted in here anyway. But there's a lot of unrestricted free agents, man. They got them kind of mixed in. I did try to get all the unrestricted, but of course at the top of the list you see Chris Paul. What do you think?
He'll stay.
He'll stay with Phoenix?
Um, there was something that came out today that they're working on a 3-year, $90 million deal, which is crazy. But he's the
Wow.
president of the Players Association, so he's gonna get his money
He's gonna get his money. That is
one
wild.
way or another.
36 years old, about to sign up for another 90 million. But you know what? It really will be like 50 million in his last 2 years because he has that 40 million players option for this year. So if they're including this year, which they should, and it's taking him out until he's 39. But if they're playing and paying him this up, if he's like opting in and they're gonna pay him this year and they're gonna pay him extend him out 3 more years, that's crazy. But if they are including this year, it's not too bad for what he brings to the table. And I think he'll stay there too. I did see something about him, New Orleans being interested in him. A little
Hmm.
stuck there. I did see something about New Orleans being interested in him and trying to pull him away from Phoenix. Do you hear anything about that?
I haven't heard about but that could be interesting though. Especially if somehow Phoenix could get Lonzo Ball. That'd be pretty. That'd be pretty. I feel
Uh,
like,
talking about a sign and trade, huh?
yeah, I feel like that would. I guess Phoenix wouldn't get any better, but I don't think Phoenix falls off that much with Lonzo.
Okay.
Um, because I think Devin Booker next year you'll see him fully step into that leader type of role. Because Chris Paul has to understand, like Chris Paul, after Chris Paul's gone, it's still Devin Booker's team. Like it's his squad.
Right.
Um, but I think this year's playoffs was good for Booker to kind of gain that type of leadership, especially with Chris Paul hurt some games, out with COVID some of the other games. But Chris Paul in New Orleans, that'd be really interesting with Brandon Ingram and Zion. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't think they would make too much noise though.
You don't think so with Valanciunas?
Not too much noise. Maybe second round of playoffs.
Okay. But he would definitely be a difference maker for them.
Yeah,
So,
they make the postseason 100%.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's see. Next on the list, the big names: Kawhi Leonard, player option.
I think he'll stay too.
Okay. So he pretty
Um,
much.
yeah, he'll stay.
Okay. Yeah, I pretty much feel the same way. Same boat. He'll be back with the Clippers next year. But you know what's wild about the Clippers? They are slowly getting into being together for quite a few years and still not making the finals. They did get to the Western Conference Finals, so that's a big step for them.
Yeah,
But they still have not reached the finals with that team they put together. And with Kawhi being out pretty much this upcoming year, they're definitely not reaching it again. So that's 3 years, and they still haven't reached the finals. But if he re-ups, which he probably will, that'll give him a few more years to try to make it happen. Mike Conley, what do you see with him?
um, probably stay too.
Yeah.
These top three, they're most likely staying put.
Okay.
After that, it gets interesting.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I heard Donovan said, if they have to lock him in his house, Conley in his house, to get him to resign, that's what they were going to do. So everybody wants him back, and I don't see him going anywhere else because I think he probably has more value on that team than maybe going somewhere else. Um, Kyle Lowry.
It's real interesting with him.
Mhm.
I know Miami's top of the list. There's been rumblings about Philly working a Ben Simmons type thing. But he's an unrestricted free agent, so
Right.
yeah. I want to say Kyle Lowry will stay another year, but if Miami, I'm gonna lean more Miami.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Kyle Lowry will end up in Miami for the free agency's over.
Yeah, I think that's where he goes as well. But where I think he'll make the most difference is if he went to Philly.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So I mean, and if I was him, that's where I would be trying to go. I mean, that's his hometown. He went to school in Philly. Um, they really could use him to help get them over the hump for real. But I think Lowry's interested in taking the most money as well. Not that you shouldn't be, but that's just look. Lowry's already won a ring. If
I was
he
about to
had,
say if he didn't have a ring, it'd be
if he
different. But he has
if he
already
didn't
won.
if he didn't have a ring, he would have been knocking on LA's door. Like, okay, what do y'all need to do to get me here? But he has that ring. Now he's got leverage. He's like,
Mhm.
whatever, pay me. I got a ring.
He's like, I'm a champion, dude.
Right. The next one on the list is interesting because you're hearing a lot of different things, man. DeMar DeRozan.
He'll either
Where does he end up next year?
he'll have two jerseys on. He'll either be in a Lakers jersey or a Dallas Mavericks jersey when the season starts.
Okay.
Um, it's looking real Lakers like though, because that salary you see, he's willing to take a significant pay cut.
So you think he's gonna take that 5.8 million?
I think he is.
Wow.
DeRozan's 32 years old. he knows he has no shot in San Antonio.
Yeah.
He knows if he goes to Dallas, that'd be all right. He can keep making his own money, his same money.
Right.
But he has no chance in Dallas either. They're not a him piece away from winning a championship,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially against an LA team that just got Russell Westbrook and a Warriors team that have Klay Thompson back. No.
Yeah. So
So I think he'll end up in LA in a pay cut, man. I
LA,
think.
this okay. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying. I think the ring is gonna matter a little much. Like in Westbrook's case, they both hometown guys. Winning their first ring there would be huge for both of them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's kind of crazy to think that, but he's going to put some pressure on LA, which you know we'll talk. We'll go into depth on their roster in a little bit, but I think that's where he wants to go. I think he's willing to take that 5.8 for 1 year, and LA let him know that look, Luol Deng's money comes off the books after this season, which is crazy that they're still paying Luol Deng. Uh, that's Luol Deng got a real good deal. That joker ain't played ball in like 4 or 5 years. He's still getting paid. That's crazy. Um, and taking up cap space with the Lakers. But I think they'll let him know. Listen, one of the things you play 1 year with us, we'll have your bird rights, and then we can re-sign you to some money, even if it puts us over the cap. You know what I mean? So I think he'll do it. The question will be, is LA willing to bring him on with him not being a 3-point shooter? And you have to start DeMar. You can't bring him onto LA team to come off the bench. That's not even feasible.
Well, I know in the conversation with Westbrook, LeBron and AD were talking about changing positions.
Right.
So if AD indeed does play a five, LeBron plays a four,
Mm-hmm.
and DeRozan plays either the two or three,
Mm-hmm.
that still leaves you one starting spot for someone who can
You
actually
better
shoot.
have somebody that's got a burner.
Well, you got to have the one I'm looking at is probably gonna cost too much money, but the one I'm looking at on this screen looks perfect for me.
Okay, who you thinking about?
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Nah, you're not getting him.
I know that's what I'm saying. We can't get
Nah,
him.
nah. That's. Well, I'm not saying that's impossible, right? If Dallas wanted Schroeder for some reason,
Right?
you could do a sign and trade.
Yeah.
But then what will happen is the Lakers would be hard capped if they get a player from a sign and trade. But since he's an unrestricted free agent, if he was under contract for another year, they could sign and trade. They could sign Schroeder and trade him and get him back, and it wouldn't affect them like that. That's why the Buddy Hield situation is still maybe a possibility because
Hmm.
Buddy Hield is still under contract. They wouldn't have to. Sacramento wouldn't have to sign him, but if you got two players that you're doing sign and trades for, I think it hard caps you, and then you have a real hard time filling out a roster because you can't go over the salary cap, even signing your own players. Which with the Lakers, that gives them some flexibility now because they're not hard capped, where they can re-sign Caruso, they can re-sign THT. It's just a matter of how much money they're willing to pay. You know what I mean? And luxury
Right.
tax. But if they hard cap themselves, then they're stuck there where they have to adhere to the cap, and then they may not be able to sign one of those guys back if somebody makes a crazy offer at THT because he's been given a tender. So all somebody got to do is come with, he was tendered, I think, at 5 million. All somebody got to do is come with 9, 10, 12 million, and then the Lakers out, they're out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to let him go. But DeRozan, I think I'm with you on that. I think he wants to come to LA. I think he'll be willing to play that 1 year for the 5.8 and try to get a ring, and then look at getting his real money the following year. Uh, and again, who knows what goes on behind the scenes? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to speculate, you know. Now, this guy right here, John, Otto Porter Jr., where do you think he ends up?
For a guy like that, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, he's not really that impactful of a player, in my opinion. So he's not going to change any organization. He probably won't be in Orlando next year,
No, he's not.
but he may end up on a team like Philly if they can't strike on Kyle Lowry. Just like another guy who can play.
Yeah. So you think he'll make major money, or you think he'll be one of those mid-level
I
guys,
think
or
mid-level.
mid-level?
That contract right there, he'll never get a contract like that again.
Oh no, that was his money. But
Yeah.
look at it, man. He's only 28 years old.
Right, I'm aware, but this is where he's supposed to be in his prime, and he's not priming.
Okay,
So,
I got you.
yeah, he'll end up on one. He'll end up on like on the contending team, but not like making a major impact. Just one of those players that can play.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one for the Lakers if he can stay healthy, man. Because he shoots 40% for three for career. You know what I mean? I'm just
I don't
saying.
trust Otto Porter in like big moments.
Yeah, but I think in a situation where you're not expecting that much from him, where he's just just a player, I think he might thrive in that role. But so you said you think you okay. Um, you don't have an idea who may be interested in him or where he may go.
Who?
I think I think I think the Lakers may be tempted to give him the mid level, man, if he take it. But
Give
it
who?
depends on DeRozan.
Yeah,
Would
we're
you
waiting on. I mean,
would you
we're
rather
waiting on
have
DeMar DeRozan.
would you rather have him or DeRozan?
Who?
Otto Porter. But
DeMar
this is I
DeRozan.
know I'm saying he can defend and he can shoot the three.
Don't matter.
He's like 6'8", legit 6'8".
I'm taking DeMar DeRozan.
Okay. All right, I got you. Victor Oladipo, man, where do you think he ends up?
I think Victor Oladipo. They found out some way to keep him. There's gonna be a lot of guys on Miami's second team that make a decent amount of money that won't be on the team next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll have the money to keep Victor Oladipo because
So you think
they're
he
looking
stays with
for
Miami?
Dragic. Yes, because he never got a real chance to showcase his playing ability.
Okay.
It's almost like you have to run it back at least one more year. He probably won't sign a big contract, but they made mid-level Victor Oladipo
They could. I can
just
see
to
that.
say, yeah,
I don't think
just
he
to
could. I
say, look,
don't think he could argue with that right now.
no, he can't because you're an injury-prone guy. You just got hurt again. We have to see if you're gonna be able to stay healthy for a whole year, and then we'll go forward. If we offer you a big contract, another team offers you a big contract.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree. I
I
agree
think
with
he'll
that.
most likely stay in Miami.
Let's see. Tim Hardaway Jr.
I want him to stay in Dallas, but Dallas is looking to shake things up this year. But I don't think Tim Hardaway Jr. leaving is the way they should go.
No, I don't either.
So I think most likely he stays in Dallas, and they offer him a pretty good contract.
Okay.
Maybe
They
like
got it.
I'm gonna say 360,
Mm-hmm.
something
And
like
they
that.
they have his bird right, so they could push come to shove. They could pay him 1 year, a pretty big deal if they're not sure. But I don't know why they wouldn't be sure because he'll probably get some pretty decent offers, I would think, from somewhere. Um, Shooting guard plays good ball, man. What's so crazy about that whole situation is he was almost like a throw-in with the Porzingis trade, And now they looking to
He
get
ended
rid
up
of
being better.
Porzingis. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Which I think Porzingis still has some ball in him, man. I just think he need to get in the right situation and get healthy. Dennis Schroeder, where do you think he ends up?
If we do a sign trade deal with Buddy Hield with him, he won't end up with Sacramento. It'll have to be a 3-team.
Yeah, well, because Sacramento said they
Um,
don't want to.
yeah. So Dennis Schroeder.
Who needs a point guard? New York.
Mm, New York does need a point guard.
I think it's pretty much in everybody's estimation. Lonzo Ball is going to be signed and traded to Chicago.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
So yeah,
So
I
that
guess New York.
Chicago spot is gone. Miami spot, they picking up Lowry. The Lakers already have Westbrook.
The
Where else could he
Pelicans.
go? Huh?
The Pelicans.
They like Kyra Lewis. They want to
well,
play Kyra and Shea. I mean, not Shea, but the other Gilgis.
yeah. Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not really much places for Dennis. I mean, he'll probably go to one of those bad teams, honestly.
Let's see. Who's a bad team that needs a point guard?
Washington.
Oh, that's right. But they're trying to get Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Do you think the Nets would make a deal? Like a 3-way kind of team deal or a 4-team deal?
He wouldn't come off the bench.
You don't think it? Oh, he don't like Kyrie either.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't like Kyrie. I'm just thinking about these teams, man. What other team could he potentially start on?
I mean, he can start on them bad teams, man.
Give me one.
Like Orlando.
Nah, he ain't starting down there. They just drafted the young
They
kid.
drafted Suggs, but Suggs is 6'5".
Yeah, but they still they like what they saw out of Anthony last year. Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying, like, realistically, Dennis Schroeder could just start over them.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Cleveland, nope.
Detroit got their guy.
Minnesota.
Houston will need a point guard because John Wall won't be there.
Houston. Okay, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a possibility. Maybe they'll be in the market to do something.
They got assets. I mean,
yeah.
They got a lot of guards. They just drafted Jalen Green and Josh Christopher. That's their duo of the future.
Right.
They got Kevin Porter Jr. already. Avery Bradley will be gone.
Yeah, he will be gone. He's on this list too somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Schroeder, we don't know where he'll end up, but he will not be with LA.
Will not be on the Lakers.
Okay, Evan Fournier. I think he raised his stock by how he's been playing in the Olympics.
Well, and I heard they're disagreeing about a contract because he wants more money than what the Boston wants to give him.
Yeah, so
that means he can't come to us.
Who's right? Who's willing to pay him a bunch of money?
At the 2, I'm not sure.
Oh, man.
But he could work out on a team like Philly, man. Another guy that can go get his.
Yeah, they never see. This is the thing, though, and I get it. Danny Green, we don't know if he's going to be back in Philly or not because Curry starting. He's starting as long as Doc Rivers is there, and 2, he didn't play. I mean, he played well.
No, it's not just because Doc Rivers. He's
Yeah, I'm saying, and I
great
said,
player.
he played well.
Yeah, I don't know if Fournier. Most likely, I think he'll stay in Boston. I think they'll figure something out because he's solid.
Yeah,
And when you get traded in the middle of the season like that onto a team that's good from being a team that's terrible,
hmm
it's kind of like confusing on what your role is and trying to fit into that role.
right.
So I think he'll most likely stay.
Bobby Portis,
Now he declined his offer, so he
he
doesn't want to be
did,
there.
he did. It's not that he don't want to come back.
Well, he thinks he can make more money.
He can make more money. I think
So
he's a big 6'10" power forward. He's like a real power forward. He could even play the three.
yeah. I'm
But
not
he
sure
wants
about that one
but he
either.
wants some money. Who's gonna pay him that kind of who's gonna pay him the money?
If Dallas moves off of Porzingis, I mean, I guess that'd be open.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Um,
Yeah, that's true. So that might be something to watch there. Portis in Dallas. I can see that happening. Because he's got some grit about him. And they need that. They need that in Dallas, man.
yeah, I mean, they got Finney Smith. Finney Smith's super young, but with Bobby Portis just came off winning a championship too.
Yes. And was a major
That bring a
contributor.
nice, yeah, that'll bring some and he'll have a consistent role there, not playing behind a Giannis type of player.
Right.
He may start. He probably will start.
Yeah, they get rid of Porzingis, then yeah, he definitely will start. Him and they'll throw one
Hmm.
of the other bigs in there, which is kind of a big small, not a big small, but Cleaver and what's the other Powell?
Cleaver, Kylie Stein, Powell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Danny Green. What is he gonna do? He's coming back to L.A. He's staying in Philly.
Nah, he won't. He won't come back. He won't come back to LA.
Somebody else pay him anything, or was he take? Is he taking the vet minimum?
I don't think he'll take the vet minimum.
You think somebody giving the mid level?
I don't think that either. I'm stuck. I don't think either one. I don't think he'll bet a vet min. Is Danny Green vet min type of guy now?
I think we
Like,
paid
are
him.
we
I
going?
think
Are
when I
we
say
gonna?
we, I think the Lakers paid him too much. I think that 15 a year was too much for Danny Green at this point in his career.
Well, we were overpaying because Kawhi didn't come.
Right. So you had
We
the
just
money,
kind of
so you
spread
just
the
used
money
it.
out to
Yeah.
everybody. Yep. Maybe the vet min. It is time for the vet min for Danny Green, man. Wow.
Yeah. Because I mean, he's a 3-and-D type of guy, but he's not gonna bring you. He's really. I mean, he's gonna shoot. He'll hit open shots. He'll defend, but he's not giving you too much more than that. That's it. I
Nah, yeah, he's
mean,
not. Yeah. Well,
what do you think? You think he ends up on a contender?
yeah, yeah. Guys like Dan Green, they'll always be on contender.
Yeah, Miami.
Somebody will get him.
Because if they lose one of those guys,
Yeah, somebody that's pretty good will get him if
he
it's
the
a vet
Lakers. The
minimum.
Lakers need shooting.
Nah, we don't want him.
Wow, y'all can turn down. Got it like that. You can turn down shooters.
We could turn down Dan Green.
Wow, wow. You one of them ones. You one of them real Laker fans, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
at the game 5, man, we can't let you back through the doors.
oh, that's terrible. Andre Iguodala.
They're saying he wants to come to us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so many people want to come to LA,
I'm
man. It's
not. I'm not a
crazy.
fan of that. I'm not a
Yeah,
fan.
I don't think he. I don't think he's a good. I don't think he's a good fit.
And Iguodala is kind of just like fell off a cliff. He's just like not
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Yeah, he's. I mean, he'll strip the ball a couple times in the game when he's playing
That's it.
defense. He'll do that. He'll hit occasional corner three that you ain't even expecting him to hit
Hmm.
and that kind of thing. But you really don't get much out of him at all.
Nah,
He's almost in Jared Dudley category.
he ain't quite there, but he is. He is not. He's not good no more.
Uh,
37, man. Goodness gracious.
yeah, he's older than LeBron. Let's see. So, but somebody may put him on their bench. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Somebody will.
Hey, maybe Golden State pick him back up.
Maybe that's actually whoa. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, yeah.
But Iguodala did have that rift with the GM though,
Did he?
with when
Well,
Durant was leaving. Yeah.
see, this is the thing too. Relationships matter. And Rob Pelinka, before Rob became the GM, before he came up in the front office, he used to be Iguodala's um, agent. So that could play a role in Iguodala ended up being on the Lakers somehow. Kelly Oubre Jr. Where is he going? Small forward, plays hard, only 25 years old,
Mm.
unrestricted.
I can see Kelly Oubre going to Dallas.
You know what? That's wild because I was just thinking Dallas, but
Yeah, I
Dallas
can definitely
only
see
if they don't bring. Um, well, they play different positions.
But Finney Smith plays at 3 though.
Yeah, I mean, as much as
If they
Kelly,
don't bring Hardaway back, Kelly Oubre should be the #1 target.
that's what I'm thinking. If they don't bring him back, yes. But the only thing about Oubre, he'll have to hit the three a little bit better than what he definitely did this past year
He
with Golden
will.
State. Um, but yeah, that wouldn't be a bad move for them. He plays hard. He's got a chip on his shoulder. Got a little grit to him. So yeah, I mean, if they go pick up Bobby Portis, uh, Kelly Oubre Jr., only if your boy leaves though. Because Finney
Tomorrow.
Smith, man, I like Finney Smith. He's a he's not gonna blow you away. Nah, he's not gonna have a 30-point game, and that kind of thing. But he's
No,
solid, man.
he's an NBA starter for sure.
Yes, he's a good defender.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's not afraid
surprisingly,
to take big shots
you
either.
don't realize it, but he shoots close to 40% from three. He may shoot
Hmm.
more than that. I hadn't looked it up, but I know he's right around there, man.
And he's a great rebounder for his position.
Yeah, he's a solid glue guy, man. So,
Hmm.
but that's a good place for him if if like I said, if he. But you know what, San Antonio, they got well, okay, they lose DeRozan. They get ready to lose. They get ready to lose another guy that may end up in LA.
Rudy Gay.
Yep. So that may be a good spot for Kelly Oubre
Yeah, I mean,
down there
a
in
good spot is
down
in
there
like
in San Antonio.
they won't win anything, but like I guess like for him it's a good spot.
Yeah. I mean, because
Yeah.
in order for him to play on a contender right now, um, a contender's not going to pay him $20 million a year.
We'll see. We got to rethink what we think a contender is because in my eyes, Dallas is a contender if they do something with this roster.
Okay. All right.
Like let's say Porzingis trade goes down, they get CJ McCollum, and then they get Kelly Oubre Jr. and Bobby Portis.
Wow.
Then it's like, okay, this
Oh,
roster, Luka,
oh,
CJ, Kelly Oubre Jr., Bobby Portis, and you got 3 bigs that can all play that you can rotate in and out.
oh, man. You done said something now.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Hey, they
okay,
might could
like
make some kind
they're
of
a
deal
contender in
too.
my eyes because
You send Porzingis out
I
to
got faith.
Portland. Dame stays put. You send Porzingis out to Portland. You can really play him at the 4, keep Nurk at the 5.
Mm-hmm.
You got Powell as a free agent. right now as well.
Yeah, he'll stay though.
You think he'll stay?
Yes, we can go ahead and
So you
cross
got
him out.
Dame, Powell, and who you gonna throw in that 3 spot for them?
You go. I mean, I'm guessing either Tim Hardaway or Finney Smith that would be part of the deal.
No, going
But
back to
yeah,
Portland. Yeah, that may mix things up a little bit, man. And you unlock Porzingis, man. If he stays healthy and you can unlock this dude, because I still think he can play.
Well, think about pick and pops with a Dame type of player, where both players that on defense have to hedge up that far.
Yeah.
Up in the court.
And they talk to this dude about being like uber aggressive, man. He just needs to be aggressive. When he plays aggressive, I think his confidence is shaking a little bit by how, he's played with Luka, and he don't really like that fit. But he can play. James Johnson, man. He made some money on his last contract, but he's a vet minimum guy now. And he's just a solid dude, man. Rebound, tough, will defend. So
I don't got much to say about James Johnson.
So he'll just end up somewhere, huh?
Yeah, he'll just end up somewhere. towards like the end of free agency, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll end up somewhere.
Like kind of when most of the big names or like even decent names are kind of taken out. He'll just end up on a squad, man.
And there's some people on this list, John. Cody Zeller.
Another one where it's like, what huge difference he gonna make on a team?
I think he's a
decent big.
Yeah.
But he's not starting center on a winning team.
Right.
He has to be a backup guy. He's like kind of like how like Dwight Howard would be now.
Yeah.
Like backup center, but like a solid backup center.
Yeah. Because Cody, because you can mess around, man, and Cody he'll have a 25-point game on you. I mean, with the Hornets.
Yeah, no, not on the contending team.
Right.
We'll have like 8-8, 10-8.
Yeah.
Not much to say about him.
Okay.
Will Barton, though.
That's your guy, man.
Will the Thrill.
That's your guy. Where is he going?
He's not staying in Denver, I'll tell you.
Somebody gonna pay him?
Somebody gonna pay him.
20 mil plus.
Nah. He may get like a 3 for 54, like 18.
18. Okay.
Because he's only 30, he can score.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won back in Denver. Let me think.
Who else can use him?
You send a guy like that. If something gets shaken up in Portland, you get CJ out there. Will Barton could fit there in Portland.
Okay.
Let me think. Other squads may need a 3 or 2-3 type of guy. You put him in there with like a Detroit. Detroit will pay him. Obviously he doesn't want to go there, but the money.
But okay, so what they got Killian Hayes. He's their point guard, right?
No, Cade Cunningham's about to be their point guard.
Okay, so they're gonna just put the ball in Cade's hand.
They took him number 1.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, Cade will be running the show at Detroit.
Okay.
And then you have that shooter, Saddiq Bey, that's real good.
I know. I like Saddiq Bey.
You have Will Barton at the 3.
3 guy. Saddiq's he's a 3, John.
Either one. Will Barton and Saddiq Bey could play the 2.
Okay, they could interchange. Well, what's going to do that with your young guy you just got? Hayes.
Jeremy Grant the 4.
I'm talking about Hayes.
Killian Hayes?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a starter. He's going to come off the bench.
He's not a starter?
Nah. I mean,
they drafted him didn't they draft him top 5 last year?
He was 5th. But clearly he wasn't the guy they thought he was because
He got
they just
hurt.
drafted Kate Cunningham.
Okay, he got hurt.
They
Cade
just
Cunningham, you don't pass on.
okay, so that means he would have to come off the bench. Killian Hayes is a true
What
one,
is
but
he?
Kate Cunningham's a true one.
Okay.
I mean, what do you? Kate Cunningham's
Um,
better than Killian Hayes right now.
okay, I'm just saying they can't play them both on the court at the same time.
Not if you want to win games.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to put him in, if you want to put Kate and Killian Hayes on the same court and lose, that's perfectly fine.
So isn't Hayes about 6'5"?
Yes, he's about 6'5", but he's a true one.
Can he shoot?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
He has the inconsistent, like James Harden step back, but not as efficient, obviously.
Okay. All right. I see.
But I mean, yeah, Kate Cunningham shot 40% from three in college. Come on, man. Kate Cunningham does everything better than Killian Hayes, so there's no
Okay.
way.
No, I'm not doubting that.
Yeah, but Will Barton would be nice on Detroit's team if they just try. If Detroit's trying to not be a laughing stock of
Yeah.
a season, you add a piece like Will Barton. You already got Jeremy Grant out there, Kate Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, nice players.
Mm.
Yeah,
JJ Redick.
you know where I want him to come. But
You want him? You want him in
Yeah.
LA?
You know he ain't gonna come to us, man.
Why wouldn't he?
Because I feel like JJ is a money guy.
Nah, he ain't a money guy at this point.
But
Not
we
the
don't
way-
know that. We
Not
don't
the
know
way.
that.
Hold on. Not the way he played in New Orleans before they sent him to Dallas. And in Dallas, it was even worse. He didn't play a lot, but it was even worse. I mean, anybody else, 37%, people be like, man, this guy can shoot threes. But when JJ Redick's shooting only 37%, because really, he doesn't do anything else. So, I mean, it's not like, you got it. He has to shoot 40% or better for him to be worth it.
So you don't like it.
I do like him, to come in and be a shooter. I mean, but he's going to, in my estimation, at 37 years old, he had to take the vet minimum.
Yeah, no, definitely vet man. If we got him, it would just have to be like, okay, put his ego aside.
Man, I'm going to tell you one that I like a little bit for y'all. Now, Justin Winslow, what do you think? What's going to happen with this dude, man? He hasn't panned out. They have a club option that they're not going to pick up for him in Memphis.
He'll be out the league. So.
Oh, think he'll be overseas or something?
Unfortunately, but yeah.
Man, that's wild because he looked like he had so much potential in college.
He did have a lot of upside coming out of Duke.
Yeah. But sad to say, he'll be out of the league. Kelly Olynyk. I like Kelly, man. I like Kelly. But the thing is, man, how much money would Kelly play for? Look, I wouldn't be against him going and playing with y'all, man. I really wouldn't.
He would have to take vet man. But he's 30. He's not gonna take that.
Would you pay him? I if he was like, look, I'm a free agent. I want a ring.
Kelly Olynyk is not getting the mid-level exception.
I'm gonna play for this 5.8. I'm gonna play beside AD. We're gonna have a versatile.
But he's not gonna play it beside him though.
Why not?
Because they already agreed. Like LeBron's playing the 4.
Well, see, look, this is my thing. Well, Kelly,
Right.
I mean, look, if you got somebody like Kelly Olynyk and you put him in the starting lineup with LeBron, AD, Westbrook,
which is crazy we're even talking about.
And then you got
that's
then you got room. Then you got room for another shooter as well. You're still big. That you ain't clogging up the lane with a slow-footed big guy. And he can shoot, man. He can straight up shoot the ball. I don't know, man. So where you think I don't think he's gonna re-up with Houston, do you? He played real well with them too. He played real well with them. So where would Kelly Olynyk go, man? See, most of the contenders, they don't have a lot of. Well, here you go, back to Dallas, huh?
Dallas. That's what I was thinking. Same thing.
All of these guys that can really play, that you put him with Luca, and he can shoot like he can shoot, man. That dude can shoot the ball. I like Kelly Olynyk. I do. I don't like the fact he tried to break Kevin Love's arm, but
Yeah.
I do like him as a player, though. So we don't know. Oh, Dallas. That's the spot for Kelly. Dallas. Trevor Ariza.
Um,
Do you want him back in Tinseltown?
Seeing him in Miami, I wasn't a fan.
But you know what?
Come playoff time, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, but
He missed
Miami.
a lot of shots.
Miami wasn't that great. You know what I mean?
But he missed a lot of shots. That has nothing to do with the organization.
I know. He shot 35%.
Not in that playoffs.
Well, yeah, you may be right there. So you don't want Kelly, huh? Kelly's gonna go to it. Hey, see, this is the thing about them guys, man. You don't know, because who would have thought Nick Batum would have played as well as he played last year for the Clippers, which he's on this list as well.
It was almost a perfect role for him, though.
Right, third option, fourth option, not even third option, but he filled his role. He couldn't have played. He played his role perfect. I mean, he played his role as perfect as it could have been played, John. You talking about role player? That was the definition last year of the perfect role player. He shot lights out from three. He defended. I mean, he did everything they asked. He did more than what they asked, really. Shoot, I'm like, man, y'all need to try to get him to go across the hall. For real. Which we'll talk about. We'll get into the Lakers in a little bit. Because there's a lot of free agents. So
I was about to say, how many are we planning on doing?
I know,
This
man.
is 199, but it's like
we can't do it. We can't do them all. Okay, so we'll pick out some ones we really want to talk about. Okay. So as you see the list here, Corey Joseph. Okay, nah.
Dinwiddie.
Patty Mills.
That didn't do much for me neither.
Okay.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Tony Snell, he shot the three lights out this year. For real.
He barely played, man.
He played some for Atlanta. You look at his minutes.
I'm saying he ain't playing much.
Dinwiddie, where is he going?
Tough. That's real tough.
You think he's going to end up in Washington?
That'd be a good move.
Him and Bill?
That sounds, yep. Let's just go ahead and sell on that. I really like that now we're saying that.
All right. Is Exum ever going to be healthy, man? Can you believe he's only 26 years old?
He'll be out the league.
Can you believe he's only 26 years old?
Yeah, I can believe it. He's been hurt all 7 years.
Oh, I hate that for him, man.
Yeah, he won't even need to worry about that.
Because he has some promise. Norman Powell.
Norman Powell will stay unless they do that Porzingis trade.
Okay.
Then
Bill Sapp. Is he going anywhere?
Yeah, retirement.
Nah, he still contributes, man.
Man. You know how I feel about Paul Millsap, man.
Okay. So you don't want him on the Lakers.
Oh, no.
Lonzo Ball, we know what's happening here, signing trade.
We would have been talking about him for a while, but we already know where he's going now. So
he gonna get $22 million a year.
He gonna go.
I'm glad he's getting his money, but I don't. I like my North Carolina guys. Kobe White. What is that gonna mean for Kobe though?
Just 6 man. I like Kobe White as a 6 man.
Yeah. If they do a sign and trade though, Kobe's probably gone.
Oh yeah. He'll probably be their point guard, honestly.
Lou Williams.
He'll probably resign for like another year. Actually,
I like him at Atlanta, man.
He may not, because they did draft Sharif Cooper. And Sharif Cooper is going to play.
Come on, but he Lou Will, man.
Man, Sharif Cooper is that guy.
Okay. Can he be a part of a bench, contending bench?
Sharif Cooper.
No. Lou Will.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
LA?
Uh,
Vet minimum is all you have to pay.
no, because if we have THC and Caruso, no.
But y'all only got like basically 6 players right now.
Yeah,
I'm
I know, but I'm
including those
saying
two.
most likely THC and Caruso will be on the roster.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm including them. If you want to say Mark Gasol, okay, 7 players. You got to
Well,
add 8 more
I'm
players.
saying Lou Will wouldn't be able to play in the second year with THC and Caruso.
Okay.
Like we wouldn't be able to defend anybody.
Cristiano Felicio. I don't even know who he is.
Just skip that.
Is he good? PJ
Not good
Tucker,
enough.
he's coming back. He loved that experience
He'll be back.
in Milwaukee.
He'll be back
Derrick
vet min though. He'll
Rose.
be back vet min. Don't get it twisted.
Huh?
He'll be back vet minimum though.
With
PJ
who?
Tucker. PJ Tucker with Milwaukee.
They may have to pay him more than that.
They ain't gonna pay him that.
Nah, they
Because their
understood
argument
his.
to him is like, look, dude, we just got you a ring. You started for us. Now we're gonna make some slight changes to the roster. We can keep you on board, but you're gonna have to make a little less though, if we try to go back to back.
Derrick Rose. They trying to get a point guard.
If somehow Lonzo doesn't work to the Bulls, they're talking about a reunion.
Yeah, but that's they're gonna do Lonzo on the Bulls.
Okay, well,
This right here, will he be a backup for somebody they try to bring in, like a Schroeder or something? Because Derrick Rose played well as a backup, even though he was like a starter.
yeah.
You know what I
I don't know.
mean?
Derrick Rose is tricky. Derrick Rose can fit on a whole lot of teams.
He
Just
could,
because he
man.
could play the
But you
6
want to
man
see him
role.
back up in LA? But you'd have to give him the mid level because he definitely played. He outplayed the vet minimum big time.
we not gonna pay him.
Okay, JaMychal Green. I like him.
We don't gotta talk about him.
He can shoot threes. Big man.
Doug McDermott, I want him.
You want Dougie Fresh.
Yeah, I want him.
Mid level. He ain't been in there long enough to take the vet minimum.
I want him.
You rather spend the mid level on him or DeRozan?
All I saw was that playing game. No, wait, on him or DeRozan? DeRozan.
Yeah, because I mean you only got one mid level.
I know, but DeRozan. I'm just saying we don't get DeRozan.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you something that shocked me about him.
He's 6'8".
I know he's 6. I've known he was 6'8" since college. He's a big guy. But what shocked me is I didn't see the stuff he's doing now in college. Where he drives some now, John. He'll put the ball on the floor. He'll dunk on you. I mean, plus, of course, and he shoot 40% or better from 3. If there's any way, I don't know, man. I know DeRozan's DeRozan, but boy. Yeah. If DeRozan don't want to take that mid-level, I definitely would come looking for Doug McDermott. And see, the thing with the Lakers, man, all they got to do is look, 1 year, see how it goes. You take this money for 1 year, you can get paid later. Play now, get paid later.
That's what we did with Dwight. And
Dwight when it comes back. Come back. We'll talk about
JaVale.
that. Yeah. Robin Lowe, one of the two of them will probably be on the roster. One of the two. JaVale or Dwight, one of them. And they both played well away from the Lakers. And I think they both would play well with the Lakers. I think I like Dwight a little better. Robin Lopez, man.
He's cool. If we move off of Marc Gasol, that'd be all right.
I know, man. I think I mentioned him last year that I like Robin Lopez.
But if either one of JaVale or Dwight comes, there's no point.
Man, can you imagine if somebody on the Lakers had some foresight, but they didn't think about that, man. How Milwaukee has transformed Brooks' game to where he can play both ways.
Brook Lopez is better anyway.
Huh?
Like Brook Lopez.
No, Brook was better because Brook had been an all-star before.
Yeah, 20.
He was a 20 and 10 guy, consistently with the Nets, but he was doing it all around the rim. But when the Lakers was bringing in LeBron, they were like, we don't need a center clogging up the lane. and basically traded him for nothing to make room. And now it's like, man, if you had just kept that guy, I mean, hindsight's 2020 vision, and added an AD, good gracious. Woo. Anyway, Scott Brooks, that's a coach, ain't it?
Yeah.
What the
The free agents.
Oh God. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I recognize this name. What in the world is Scott Brooks doing up here? I'm about 56 years old, looking for a contract.
He is looking for a contract.
$7 million a year ain't bad money though. You
Not
feel
for
me?
a coach, no. None of these guys.
Bielitsa. He can shoot.
Yeah.
He might would take the vet minimum too. How long has he been in the league? He's only been in the league 6 years, but he's 33. But he's 33 years old. Ish Smith, backup point guard. He played well for Washington, man.
Yeah, we just don't need him. I'm saying we don't need him.
Because you're going to have what? THT backing up?
Uh-huh.
And Caruso, interchangeable.
Yeah.
At those two positions. Alec Burks, man.
We can't.
That joker shot. He shot the lights out this year, boy. Good gracious. You don't think it'd take a mid-level to get a ring?
No.
Him or DeRozan?
Hey, Burks 30 years old, man. He's not looking to ring chase yet.
I don't know, though. He's been in the league 10 years, though, John.
Yeah, he getting paid. Somebody's going to pay him more than $6 million.
Oh. Whew. I'm telling you, man, you never know. Some of these guys, they may want to ring because Avery Bradley the same age.
Yeah, but no.
Come on, man. Avery played well for y'all.
I hear you. It's 2 years later, though, now.
You don't think he still got it?
No.
He's just been in a bad situation since he left. Okay.
Well, he need come show me a different squad. Then.
Oh, Alec Burks. Oh, that's a good one, boy.
That is a good one, though.
You know what?
I wouldn't mind having that.
If Schroeder wanted a bunch of money and the Knicks wanted Schroeder, because they could get a couple players.
So you think Alec Burks is worth a hard cap, though?
Not just him. You would have to include some other players because he only makes $6 million.
What about Alec Burks and like a Kevin Knox?
Young guy. I guess at some point y'all gonna need some young players.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. I like Burke though. Good gracious. That Joe, he fearless, man.
All these other guys. I'm looking at this list now.
Trey Lyles, Lauri Markkanen is restricted.
Yeah.
He may end up in New Orleans in that trade for Lonzo, which is not bad, really.
I can see that.
Wow. So who they got at the 4 right now?
Zion Williams.
Oh, Zion. Markkanen can play the 3, though.
No, Zion can play the 3.
Then they need spacing big time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that squad, they found a point guard, man.
And he's a floor spacer, man.
Brandon Ingram, Zion, Markkanen, Valanciunas. That's a big lineup.
Ooh, that's a big lineup. That's a big lineup.
Put it all together and actually defend.
Hey, we'll see what what's his name? Mo Green? Not Mo Green, but
I don't know his name.
What's the coach name?
CeeLo Green?
No. Daniel Tice.
Man, you can.
Energy guy, Nerlin.
Scroll down.
You want to put Nerlin with your boy?
No, scroll down.
He gonna want some money. Nerlin's played well this year. Mike Scott, Ed Davis, Enes Kanter, Rashad Holmes. Oh, he gonna get paid.
You reading these names. Ain't us talking about it. I know you want to give these dudes some credit.
Frank Kaminsky. Frank played well in that little stint when your boy had foul trouble.
I mean, he had like 2 and 2, but I had
Garrett Temple. Peyton, he played pretty decent in New York. They looking for a point guard. Ntilikina, Denzel, Dennis Smith, man. Oh, Dennis.
He about to be out
Ah,
the league too.
man, Dennis only 23, John.
He finna be
Oh,
up out of here.
Detroit, they're gonna restrict the free agent. They
I
probably
like that name right there though.
JaVale McGee.
No, Maurice Harkless. Mo Harkless,
Okay.
man, that'd be a good pickup. He'll take the vet man.
But is Mo going anywhere though?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
he's with Sacramento. Oh, who am I
Yeah,
thinking about? I'm thinking about the dude on Phoenix. They're like real similar.
Torrey Craig.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Similar
think Mo
game.
Harkless shoot a little better.
Yeah. So I mean Reggie Bullock, man.
Mm.
He needs to see the thing is, would he take less money? Because he played real well for New York this year.
No, I think New York. I think New York could keep him.
Do you think they'll bring him back?
Yeah,
Cauley Stein,
he'll
club
probably,
option.
he'll probably stay.
Okay. Zach Collins, Nico Melli,
We can
Malik Monk.
don't matter.
Charlotte, they ain't
He'll
bringing
stay.
everybody back.
He keep Malik Monk staying.
Stanley Johnson, Mo Harkless, you like him? You gonna
Yeah.
bring your guy back? You gonna bring Matthews back?
No, sir.
Duh.
We'll see you later.
Boban,
He's staying.
bring him to LA.
Nah, he's staying.
TJ McConnell,
He's all right.
but you already got. You feel like your backup point guard is
Yeah.
good. Bismack, James Ennis, Patrick Patterson, TJ Wilson, Alex Caruso. Why they got Alex down so far down?
It's about how much money you make.
Oh, it is.
So like there's decent names down here. Like these names
Oh,
right here.
okay. Wayne Ellington, John.
That's all right.
You want him on the squad?
He's solid, but nah.
Shot
not really.
45% last year from three.
Nah, I'm good. I know
Like-
no, not off the stat you just told me. I just want like proven shooters, you know what I mean?
He's been a shooter his whole career.
No, proven like big moment type shooters.
He hasn't
Like-
been in them.
It doesn't matter. That's okay, he's 33 years old and hasn't been in them. That's saying something.
He's just, I mean, it's like a lot of players that end up on teams that are just not good.
All right. Well, hey, we'll put him on the list.
Jared Dudley.
Man, go to the next one.
Jeff Green wants to come. Wow, are you surprised that he wants to come to LA?
No.
But I am, because they gave him a pretty significant role in Brooklyn, man.
Yeah,
And he delivered big time.
he did.
Big time, man.
Melo,
Carmelo Anthony.
LA.
You
You can go ahead and scratch that. That's LA.
That's LA. Look,
Yep.
why don't you just pick up all three of these guys that are 6'8" and above?
Oh,
Green, Carmelo, and Nick Batum.
that'd be super tough. We do that.
You know what I'm saying? All of them can shoot threes.
You do that, it's
All of them
absolutely no
except
way we
Melo.
lose.
All of them except Melo can defend.
It's
And
a
look, and
0%.
And again, Melo did play better defense when I watched him play in Portland this year.
It's a 0% chance we lose. We pick up all three of them.
But that's possible, John.
I know.
Well,
but-
Nick Batum probably won't leave.
No,
'cause
Nick Batum's gonna stay.
He played a perfect
But
role.
what
for
about
them
Ellington, Jeff Green, and Melo?
Yeah. You know what I was but you know who it is probably gonna be? Which, look, we're almost through with these. Oh, this is another possibility. Okay, let's look at possibilities for the Lakers. We'll just switch this.
I'm about to say, let's just switch to the Lakers.
We'll switch
I'm like,
this
it's too many names.
to possibilities for the Lakers. I see a couple of them in here too, which I heard some people saying, hey, don't count Hassan Whiteside out for y'all
Okay.
as a potential big. Markeith, bringing him back or not? I like Keith, man.
I know you do, but man, we trying to
He
win now.
he didn't do much last year.
I promise you, I'm taking Melo or Jeff Green over Marquise Morris.
Oh no, I am too.
Oh,
I'm with
okay,
you
well,
on
let's
that.
go ahead and get him out
I'm
of
with
here
you.
then.
But you got 9 spots, John.
Right, but he won't play if we get Jeff Green and Melo. He
True.
won't play.
True. That's not to say he couldn't be on the team though.
I mean,
But yeah,
we
these
can
two
put him
right
on
here, man,
those are almost musts.
lock them down because one of those could end up starting.
I mean, we're gonna lock Melo down anyway.
True.
It's
Jeff
just
Green.
are we gonna lock Jeff Green or not?
I like Jeff Green, man.
Me too. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Jeff
A
Green.
6'10 guy, 6'9, 6'10 guy that can really play. And when he has no pressure on him,
And he won't have no pressure on him.
no pressure on him, man.
But the thing is, he balled out when he had some pressure on him when
I
it was
know in
just
Brooklyn,
KD out there.
right?
Yeah. Because people
In
were
the
like,
playoffs.
is Jeff Green gonna step up?
In the playoffs,
And he didn't even miss but one shot.
right?
So
Crazy. You know, I like this guy.
Ernie Gomez,
I do. I like him, man.
He won't make no difference for us.
But I mean, you know, as a backup,
What are we doing with
plays
Drummond?
hard. He's only 27 years old, huh?
What are we gonna do with Drummond?
I don't want to re-sign him.
Really?
I mean, if I was the Lakers, I wouldn't re-sign him. Not with Westbrook. Not with Westbrook there. No, it's not that I don't like him. He'd have to be willing to really, like, again, take a huge pay cut again.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do it again. But he really likes it in LA.
He does. And he's not saying like he want to go anywhere.
And Drummond's young. He'll do it again. He'll do it one more year.
He is kind of young.
He already, I mean, think about it. They're already paying him in Detroit right now.
Wow, there's some other names over here I ain't even thinking about, like DeMarcus Cousins, man.
Yeah,
Mike James.
He's restricted though. They'll probably re-sign him, honestly.
Wow.
This dude's only making $9,000.
Oh, I made more than him. He came late though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But geez.
Well, that was during the regular season.
No, he probably got some playoff bonuses and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll make some money this year. Oh, man, they ain't paying me much, are they? That junk is getting over. They getting over on me, man.
Yeah, they finesse you, man. You go out there and lace them up. You make
I know.
10K.
Right. Shoot. I can do that from home.
So what's the thing? Are we gonna talk about the Westbrook trade all in this?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the roster.
Westbrook trade and then the 15-man roster.
Give me yeah.
All right.
So what's your take on the trade? When you heard the trade had happened,
I was ecstatic.
You were ecstatic?
You know why?
I'm listening.
LeBron James is coming off the longest offseason of his career, arguably.
After coming off the shortest.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Anthony Davis has a full offseason to recover.
Okay. I hope he does something with his body.
Right.
Like do one of those Kevin Love types things where he chisels up, where he gets himself where, okay, I'm not fragile. Okay.
A player like Russell Westbrook takes so much pressure off of them too, that they can literally coast in the regular season. Like this year, yeah, you could coast and be all right, but the West was still kind of frantic, as in like there were good teams. Like Utah and Phoenix were winning. The Clippers are the Clippers. The Nuggets were fine until Jamal Murray got hurt. And even then, they won more.
Yeah. But think about before AD went down, man.
No, I know.
The Lakers
they could really coast, though. Like, without LeBron and AD even having to average 25 each. Like, they have Russell. I think people are asleep on how good Russell Westbrook actually is.
Right.
Like, us getting Russell Westbrook, makes it almost in that West. It almost makes it unfair for real. There's no team in the West beating us 4 times.
So you
that
feel
ain't
that
even
strong. You feel that
possible.
strong about it with Westbrook.
Oh, I mean, no team in the West was beating us without Westbrook last year 4
You
times.
know what? And you're probably right. But this is, I guess, the concern that everybody has, and it kind of has me concerned a little bit too. I mean, what do you think about the shooting thing, though,
No, the shooting is
in
gonna
the
be LeBron.
NBA? The shooting. Tell me about. I mean, look, and you're a shooter, so what do you think about the way the NBA is played? Everybody's shooting threes. Do you have to make a bunch of threes to win?
No, this team doesn't because you have AD and LeBron. Yeah,
Okay.
they don't make a lot of threes, but they do. But between the both of them, they make a lot of jump shots now though.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they're not threes, but in terms of how you play defense on a team, you don't just sag off of none of them. Now
Uh-huh.
Westbrook, you kind of can, but
Right.
with LeBron and AD on the floor, it's gonna be real hard for you to do that because LeBron's too smart of a player and Westbrook's IQ is too high as well.
Mm-hmm.
So where you think you can just sit back and just watch. That's not how it's gonna work.
Right. And
But in
two, and
transition, it's a nightmare. In
it is
transition,
a
oh my
nightmare.
goodness. Oh my goodness. But you gotta understand how much faster LA is about to be playing now. Because when Westbrook gets the rebound, it's not holding it, he's gone.
He's going. That's
And
true.
and, and the thing is now, as a defender, you don't have a choice. Either Westbrook
Uh-huh.
is gonna score in transition or LeBron is gonna score in transition. Ain't nothing you can do about that. So I think I mean, we're obviously gonna need shooters. That's why DeRozan, obviously, I want DeRozan for the star power aspect of it. Fit wise, it's obviously not the best fit.
Right.
Unless we use DeRozan in a role where he comes out early, first quarter, comes in with that second team, kind of with LeBron or Westbrook or whoever. And then it's like shooters on the floor and them two, and
Mm-hmm.
like 2 of the 4 kind of stars. But I also don't want DeRozan to join the Lakers in terms of like LeBron's legacy. Because I feel like DeRozan on the Lakers is almost like overkill for real.
Hey, you know what? Once you win the chip, it won't even matter. They won't even remember who was on the team.
No, if they win the chip
It's
against
that.
anyone other than Brooklyn, they gonna remember.
Well, that'll be Brooklyn's fault.
No, I'm saying they gonna remember though. Like we can't just be like, no, if they beat a Bucks team again, and it's Westbrook, LeBron, AD, and DeRozan,
Okay,
they
now
gonna they gonna remember that.
let me ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many championships has Westbrook won?
0.
How many has um
DeRozan,
DeRozan won?
0.
Yeah. Okay. So
How many championships?
in my estimation, it ain't stacking to me.
How many
If
championships?
you
How many championships did James Harden won?
zero.
How many championships did Blake Griffin win?
I mean, Blake Griffin he's
No,
an
I'm just saying
ancillary
at the time
player.
of the signing.
Zero.
How many championships did Marcus Aldridge won at the time of the signing?
Zero. But I mean, again, they're
But
ancillary.
but but everyone's consensus was they were stacking the team.
Well, yeah, because they had
And
Kyrie. You got Durant, Kyrie,
you got
and James
LeBron,
Harden.
AD. Is LeBron and AD a better duo than Kyrie and Durant?
Yeah.
All right. And is Westbrook not a borderline superstar if he's not a superstar already?
No, Westbrook's a superstar.
All right. So that's 3 superstars in your squad. That's a super team.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not a super team. It's definitely
Okay.
a super team now. It's definitely a super team now.
Okay. So if
It
they
wasn't a
beat up,
super team. It wasn't a super team last year.
if they beat up on a Milwaukee team in the finals, that they're not crediting LeBron for that 5th ring.
You know what? This is what if they run into Milwaukee in the finals, they would need to slaughter Milwaukee because
No, but they would though.
Giannis was talking about super teams, and then they sweep Milwaukee.
No, they're gonna sweep them.
Yeah, no
Like
mercy,
if they play the Milwaukee
no
Squad with
mercy.
them four,
And they can build a wall,
that's what I'm saying.
especially they get the white. They can build a
I mean, it just be
legit
too many.
wall.
It just be too many. Like it just be too much. It's just too much. They beat a
I don't.
Brooklyn team. They beat a Brooklyn team in 6 games. Yeah, LeBron's fifth ring is 100% valid because it's like LeBron. If they beat the Brooklyn Nets in 6 games, everyone was healthy. That means LeBron would have had to average 25.
Yeah,
Because that means because KD, Kyrie, and Harden, they all gonna show up for something like that. Because if that, like, see Harden, the thing about Harden's like he loves basketball.
yeah.
So like that's like that would be like Harden's dream to play a series.
Harden also loves partying and stuff too.
I mean, okay.
I'm just saying, he may come into camp like 280 pounds
We talking about the NBA
by
finals.
the time you get to the finals. Okay.
He'll be in shape by he'll be in
Okay.
shape by the finals.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see what we do. We'll do another one of these once the free agency's over to just kind of see
15
what.
man, a 15-man roster. That was a lot of players, man.
Yeah,
Good
because we only have
gracious.
6.
That's a lot of players, John. You could put a lot of people on that roster.
Yeah, we only have 6, man.
I'm gonna bring Markeith back. Work on. Let's see. Give me. You already got your roster.
I got an idea.
Okay, I'm trying to fill this thing out, man. It's hard to get 15 players,
I mean, it's hard to get 10.
but I got 13 right now. I'm gonna throw a couple more players. Let me see.
You got
What
13?
position? Got 13. I'm gonna put your boy up here. Okay. I think they might bring your guy back. I'm gonna put a couple.
Go ahead and put Drummond in there.
No, I ain't put Drummond, but you can have him on
Yeah.
yours. And I'm going to put. We'll put. Here you go. I'll put a couple smaller guys up here. Cause I gave y'all some good wings, man. I like McKinney too. He's on the squad still. He's on the contract. Nah, I'm a keeper. And he shoots. He ain't played
Man,
much
I'm not
last year.
hearing that, dude. He talking about what he shoot in garbage time.
I know, but he makes them. Okay, what you got?
I
What you
shoot
got?
40% in garbage time. Bron, AD, Westbrook, Caruso, THT, Drummond, Melo, Jeff Green, why am I so stuck? Dwight, I'm stuck, dude.
Stuck.
Who am I missing that's like locks to come back next year?
Let me see. Let me get the squad
It's like
down.
nobody, though.
Nah, there ain't nobody locked.
That's what I'm saying. I got 9.
LeBron, AD, DeRozan.
You got DeRozan on there?
I'm putting DeRozan up there.
Okay, that's 10.
I got Westbrook.
Look at that 4, dude.
The other person I'm putting in your starting lineup with this group right here, I'm putting, I'm putting Jeff Green. I'm starting Jeff Green. Then I'm going Melo. What's my other boy name?
THC Caruso.
Now I'm gonna put them after this other wing guy from San Antonio. Why can't I never think of his name?
Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay. Then I'm putting Caruso, THT, McKinney
Dwight.
still. Oh yeah, that's right. Dwight. Oh, they ain't put him out to the side. I need to move my box over. Here we go. Dwight. Uh, Dwight. Let's see. Um, Dwight. Who else I got? Oh,
You
I got
said
him on my
McKinney.
list. THT. I have McKinney since he's still on the team right now, and I like McKinney.
4, 5, 6, 7.
So I'm telling you, it's hard to feel that. I got Keith coming back.
Okay. Yeah, he'll probably be on the team.
It's hard to fill
4,
15, man.
got 12. JJ Redick.
Yep.
What
I'm
we
gonna
gonna
put
do with Ben
another.
McLemore, Wesley
I'm gonna put
Matthews?
another. I'm gonna put another shoot up here. You said I let him go.
Ellington. You let both of them go?
Yep. McLemore, I almost brought him back. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Who did I leave up? Oh, wait a minute. Melo, I got him. Rudy Gay,
Go ahead and put Drummond up there.
Jeff Green, Dwight, AD. Dog, wait a minute. Somebody. Oh, because he's under contract right now, too.
The Antetokounmpo one?
Nah, Gasol. There you go. That's your 15-man roster, man.
Sounds like a championship to me.
Starting 5. You coming out the bench with
them first 5 right there.
yeah, coming out the bench with those guys right there. Oh man. Then you got 5 more plug and play guys.
And y'all justify this with LeBron, man.
Then you got these 5 plug and play.
You can't justify this, man. Man, you can't justify this, man.
But listen, how many of these? Look at all these guys that's vet minimum though.
That's what I'm saying, but they're not vet minimum players in the NBA.
Hey,
They gonna take it to ring check. That's what I'm saying.
so let's see who on this team doesn't have a ring. So see how hungry is this team gonna be?
DeRozan,
1,
Westbrook,
2,
Jeff Green,
3,
Melo,
4,
Rudy Gay,
5,
JJ
6,
Redick.
7.
No, whoa, McKinney has a ring, dude. He played in Golden State.
Golden
remember?
State. That's right. That's right.
He got 2.
Oh. Yeah, you definitely want to keep him on the team. He's a champion. Wow. So I like this.
Wayne Ellington, 7.
I like this mix of hungry players. JJ especially. He's on the way out. You catch him in a playoff game where he gets wound up. See, this is what I like. I like this because you got an older team, but nobody has to play a ton of minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this team is good enough, man, that it's like, I mean, pretty much you can have any of these dudes on the floor. If THT come back a better shooter, which that's what he's supposedly worked on all summer.
He is gonna come back better.
Caruso, he need to be ready to knock down some threes as well. And this is the thing about shooting that I think sometimes can be overrated, because really it doesn't matter what you shoot for the year. What matters is what you shoot during those 16 games, those 16 wins in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because You look at that last game, that closeout game for Phoenix and Milwaukee. Yeah, Giannis only shoots 50% from the free throw line. So you foul him, you put him on the line 18 times, and he only missed what, one free throw?
The two, 17 for 19.
He only missed two free throws.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know, well, free throw shooting is going to be a big deal. And I hear some of these talking heads talking about that kind of stuff too, like Westbrook, because his free throw percentage has dropped over the last 3 years for some strange reason when he was an 80 and above free throw shooter. And then it dropped down to the 60s. And they tell me, okay, well, you got LeBron and you got Westbrook at the end of games and you playing Brooklyn. Brooklyn's a 90% free throw shooting team, 85, whatever, the main guys.
That is facts, though.
I said, okay, that's facts. But they probably said the same thing about Milwaukee. Phoenix was one of the best free throw shooting teams in the league. But in that last game, did it matter?
Yeah, but LeBron and Westbrook in late and big games have missed big free throws, though.
So had Giannis.
Right, but I'm saying, like, Giannis, like a young, up-and-coming, hungry, like, Westbrook may knock him down. LeBron's not necessarily that hungry no more, though. Like, he like, okay, if I can go get five, I'm going to go get five. But, like, Westbrook is like, okay, like, this is for my first ring.
Yeah. I think Westbrook in the playoffs. See, the thing about this team too, John, is this. I don't think you're not beating this team because Westbrook, he can legit get 50 in a playoff game.
No, he could. He could, but he's not better than none of those guys on the other side, though. So
I don't know, John.
no, there's no I don't know about it.
The thing is, Kyrie has never been ranked above Westbrook.
Man, he ain't better than Russell Westbrook.
No, he's never.
Westbrook ain't better.
Nobody
they average 27 a game as the third option on the team. I'm not hearing that.
Who?
Kyrie Irving.
A third option on what team?
On Brooklyn.
He was not the third option, John.
KD, Harden, him.
No, Harden was not the second option on that team.
Yeah, he was.
You know that. You know that. Harden went to the point.
Kyrie, who was Harden went to the
point. Harden went to the point.
When it was Harden and Kyrie, who was the number one option?
KD.
When it was Harden and Kyrie. When KD was hurt, who was number one option when they was winning them games? James Harden.
Oh, no.
He was averaging 30, 12, and 8.
He started scoring more when it was just those two. When it's those three, okay, you look at their scoring averages for the year. Kyrie averaged more than James Harden.
Who's better, Kyrie Irving or Russell Westbrook?
Oh, they do something different, John.
Who's better?
I'd say Russ. I've never seen Kyrie carry a team to the playoffs.
He's on the Lakers now.
I've never seen Kyrie carry a team to the playoffs himself. He's never done it.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter. I'm not saying Kyrie's more skilled than almost everybody in the league.
Okay, see, we can't say like because he carried the team or not. You just said they play different. Russell Westbrook's a true point guard.
Well,
what?
I mean, he gets the assist and stuff like that, but he's still a scoring point guard. He's not
Russell Westbrook is a point guard. No. Okay, Russell Westbrook barely averaged over 20 a game this year.
Yeah, because he played with like one of the most prolific scorers in the
Russell
history.
Westbrook been playing with crazy scores his whole career.
He has.
Right.
That's true. Now think about this. Right. Okay, let's look at their career averages.
I don't need to. Like Kyrie Irving is better than Russell Westbrook, dude.
I don't know who would say. I know you.
Westbrook can't shoot the ball.
He can't shoot from distance.
His mid-range ain't what it used to be either.
I'm saying it used to be. Not to say it couldn't come back.
It could. Okay, I'm not playing off what ifs and miracles. Like what? You know Kyrie, babe. So Westbrook is great. Don't get twisted. You just saying that because he's on the Lakers now, dude.
Nah.
And he's gonna fit with LeBron better.
Yeah.
Where are we at? What's the?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, so who do you? Oh, you gave me basically. Did you give me the same people? You put somebody different on your roster,
Nah, that's about right.
huh?
That's about right.
Oh, you want to see what you call him up there instead of who?
Who?
You want to see Drummond up there instead of who?
Instead of Gasol.
Not for this team. I mean, I get it. I mean, that's your 15. You put Drummond up there. I'm sticking with Gasol because
You can stick with him. I'm
Gasol,
not gonna argue with you about it.
he can stretch the floor, and he didn't play bad. He really didn't. He had a stretch where he wasn't playing well, but then once he got it going, once they picked up Drummond, he started he started playing well. But yeah, and he shot a decent percentage from three this year.
Yeah,
Gasol did. I think it's
he
well,
can
I have to
shoot.
look it up, huh?
He can shoot. So
Yeah, that's what you need with
yeah,
Westbrook. I'm telling you, Westbrook, you're gonna have some shooters. AD's gonna have to shoot better too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Um, all right, man. So look, tomorrow's the day.
yeah.
We'll know about all of this stuff by midnight tomorrow night. I don't know why they didn't start it early in the day, like 3 o'clock on the East Coast, like they usually do, instead of 6 o'clock in the evening on the East
Yeah.
Coast. But we should start hearing some stuff about who's going where anyway. It's really been kind of quiet as far as knowing where all of these players are going to go, because
Yeah.
usually there's a lot of chatter and talk and deals that's already been pretty much agreed upon, and once the time comes around, it's just a formality, except for some of the big names, but there's no real big names that's like changing teams this year, or like
Except for the one that just got traded.
except the one that just got traded. That's right.
Right.
Well, but who knows though? Maybe something will happen with Bradley Beal, or even though they said we're not doing anything, or
Well,
Dame
he said he wants to stay.
yeah, or Dame you may look up and it's like, oh my goodness, Golden State got Dame. Uh, so it's not to say some of this stuff can't happen, because
Yeah.
I think Golden State are keeping it. I think they're keeping it quiet. I don't think they're just planning to run it back like they
I
are.
think they are too.
I think they're just keeping some stuff quiet.
I think
And
they're gonna
once
drop a bomb one of
and
these
once
days.
6 o'clock rolls around tomorrow, the bomb is going to drop. Like, oh my goodness, no,
Yeah.
they didn't. And hey, they may do something with Dallas and get Porzingis, send Wiggins to Dallas, and
Well, that
um,
just doesn't make sense.
you don't think that makes sense?
No, not Wiggins to Dallas. Where you gonna put him?
He plays a three.
Finney Smith's better than him, about the same.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to
Nah,
think of
they
what
gonna if the Warriors make a big splash,
it's
they gonna
Dame.
mess around and go get Kawhi.
Wow.
They gonna get somebody crazy.
He's still be in California at least.
Yeah.
He'll be on the West Coast. That would be crazy. He
Because
can't
it's
play
like,
this year.
okay, then you get the Clippers, you get Paul George's own squad again, since he's showing he can be Paul George again. You
Yeah.
give him two good players and two young draft picks. Hey,
Any other stars is disgruntled that could end up on
not
Golden
really.
State?
Carl Towns, maybe?
Yeah, but he's trying to stay there with D'Angelo. You know what I mean?
Anthony Edwards is real good real quick, so
That's true.
Malik Beasley be out of jail.
By then,
Yeah, so
um,
Minnesota low-key has a squad.
trying to think who could. What else could they?
Ain't no other big names.
Could they mess around and like Zach LaVine, like he ain't really happy, and
Nah, Zach LaVine gonna want to stay with that. If they get Lonzo,
Lonzo?
Vucevic there,
Yeah.
they can
I'm just
definitely
trying to
make.
think of a big name that they could pull off right here.
I feel like it's between Dame and Kawhi, honestly.
Dame and Kawhi.
That really should be it.
Anybody else? Oh,
Everybody else
well,
was
hey, you think they're? But what could they do with Ben Simmons, man? He's
no
basically
nothing,
Dray. He's
nothing. Yeah,
basically Draymond,
that's a terrible fit.
unless they were getting rid of Draymond.
Nah, they ain't doing that either. Why don't you get rid of Draymond right before Klay Thompson comes back?
Right.
And they already won 3 rings like that.
Well, 3 rings with KD though.
I mean, Draymond was still the
I mean,
like.
they won 1 ring with just
Okay,
Draymond
Draymond's
being
still the
Draymond.
glue, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that. Not denying that.
I mean, yeah, they would have won without Draymond.
I'm just trying to figure, just like what possibility, something
Well,
big
there's
they could
only
do.
2, so stop thinking about it. It's
Yeah,
Dame or it's Dame or Kawhi. Because a
what if they?
package like that wouldn't even a package like that is for like 2 stars like that.
Yeah, true. All right, man. Well, look, I think we covered it, and we'll see what happens tomorrow, man. Tomorrow is the day.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And I think, look, man, I think it's a good possibility that the roster actually looks like this for real.
It is. It is.
It's a good possibility. This is how the roster will look. And who was the? There was another wing player. Oh, that if y'all don't get DeRozan, for some reason, if DeRozan just says, you know what, 5.8 won't work for me, then you're gonna see somebody that you ain't really crazy about, but I think will be good.
Otto Porter.
I think Otto would be right in there. And look, if you got a team with LeBron, AD, Otto Porter, Westbrook, and Jeff Green, because still you want to be able to defend. And this starting lineup, because Russ is not really a great defender.
But Russ can defend though.
Okay, he can defend, and I think
Like he'll defend with us.
And what you call him will bring it out of him. Frank Vogel will bring it out of him. You know what I mean?
LeBron will bring it out of him.
True, but that's a good defensive team right there, John.
No, it is.
And look, in small ball, they ain't really that small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, of course, you can substitute. You take one of these out and put in either Dwight or Gasol if you want to go big with your starting lineup.
Yeah.
See which one plays the best. That's a squad. That's a squad, John.
I mean,
that's a squad. And what's so crazy? The talking heads are talking about, well, I don't know how they're going to fill out their roster because all these mid-level guys, and I heard Amin Elhassan talking some craziness the other day. And what he did was, off that free agent list, he started naming people like Frank Kaminsky and, people, Melly. He started naming all the people on the list that were like, okay. Yeah, if you're looking at that part of the list, but he said nothing about none of these guys, right? None of these guys, Melo, Rudy Gay, Jeff Green, none of them. He didn't name none of those guys.
That's their job, though.
I know, he was hating a little bit too. He's not a real Lakers guy. He was in the Suns front office for a little bit, and he ain't too crazy. I don't know. I just listen and try to see if I hear any bias. I don't think he's real crazy about LeBron. Which, there's people that's not. But anyway, man, hey, it's been good. Good show. And lots happening, man. So once this team is together, then it's, I guess check out Summer League, see what these young guys going to do.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to my Hornets, which is a whole nother story because I think they got some good. I think they had a great draft, really.
They did have a great draft.
And from what I understand, I didn't know much about Book Knight or whatever the name is.
He's real good.
But that's what people are saying, man. And that they were surprised that he fell to 11. So it was like Charlotte really got the steal of the draft.
No, I ain't get the steal of the draft, but they got a good steal.
And then Kai Jones, energy guy. Can jump
Like
out
a
the
Jackson Hayes type player.
gym. Yeah, excited to play. They'll be live. Live city.
Yeah.
But all right, man. But yeah, we'll get back on. Once some things get cranking, maybe summer league, or before then or after the dust settles with all of the trades and all the free agent stuff.
Yeah.
All right, John boy. Anything else, man, before we jump off?
Peace.
Say you out. All right. I will.